Okay, Fairweather Jeepers, you can tune out today, but for those who just love the sport regardless, you're going to want to stay tuned. Hi everybody, welcome to At Your Leisure. I'm Chad Booth. We're working on another of the 50 trails in 50 weeks, and this week we are on the Jack Donkey. See, I can't even say the name of where we are. Trail. This is in the San Rafael Swell. We're with our friends from the Lone Peak Four-Wheel Drive Club. We are going to give you an adventure today. This is a great ride. Check out all this action.
When you join a group, everybody knows different places to go. And I started doing this about 2 years ago now. I bought this Jeep because it's always been a big thing I always wanted to do. I want to go out with guys that know where to go. This is the first time. I mean, it looks like a lava slide, but yet he was just telling me it's sandstone.
It's the way to do it. I mean, it's been nothing but fun for the last 3 years that we've been running with the club.
I love crawling up on the rocks and looking down over the canyon. It's just amazing to get outdoors and get off the beaten path. You get so used to seeing things from the highway, you think that's all there is, but there's so much more out there.
Fun people to be with, you know, and increase your skills. That's what's cool. Is there's so much, you know, experience, and everybody will, you know, they'll tell you the right lines and tell you if you're gonna mess up, but you just get better and better and better every time you go out. And so all those things that were like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna flip over. It's like, yeah. You just start looking at everything. I think I could go up that, you know.
It's just pretty crazy. I mean, we were just up walking on these rocks last night, and like, they're pretty steep on foot, you know, and it's kind of like, oh, look at that, a Jeep's just, you know, casually rolling up there.
Looks like a lot of fun. So I came with the club in this truck about 7 years ago on this same obstacle, so we thought we'd come do it again. This truck's been all over Nevada and Arizona, and just always like to try trails.
Well, this is my first time with the group. I've been to a lot of the other parts of the swell, hiking and mountain biking and a little bit of jeeping, but I just decided it's with this COVID, it's time to get out and see some things instead of watching it on YouTube.
This is so great to be able to get outside and come out and play with friends and get out of the house. It's so good, it's so refreshing, and it's just very uplifting. I love it.
You can see why people are attracted to this ride, because the scenery is epic. Ed Hemlick told me that this is an old wagon route that used to actually be the road that connected two parts of the state. Can you imagine this being the highway before I-70? Well, stay with us. We've got more to show you on this trip from the Jack Donkey Bench and the Black Dragon Wash. But right now, it's time for us to go to this week's Where To. Welcome back to At Your Leisure. We are heading to Jack Blank Canyon, because I'm not supposed to say bad things on TV. This is our base camp. Well, actually, this week we have two base camps, because we are starting here in Green River, but we will end up in Price. So what we thought we would do is just show you our picks from both places. Now, quite often, if we're around here for breakfast, we like to go to the Tamarisk, because you sit by the windows and you're looking right out over the Green River, and it's really a nice look. And if it's around dinner time, we will try to make sure that we stop at Rays Tavern. Now, this sounds like maybe you wouldn't want to bring your family in here, but it is a very family-oriented place, and if kids are accompanied by adults, there are places in the dining room for them to sit, and they have got the best food. Their burgers are to die for. Now, if your base camp involves camping, like you've decided to stay at the Green River State Park, this is where you need to go. It's right across the street from Rays Tavern, and this is their local market. Now, they've got a really good base of staples here. I mean, the exotic goat boar cheese or whatever, you're not going to find it here, but you will find they got a deli and a bakery, so they're pretty close, along with the staples that you would need. In fact, their bakery's got some really good stuff in it. Ooh, these look good. Remember, save some of your dollars when you're traveling to shop locally and support the gateway communities to the places you like to play. Oh yeah, going for the sprinkles. Ah. Oh, thank you, I love it. Now, of course, if you're going to make your base camp the northern end of the swell and stay in Price, follow the lead that Rhea and I use. We usually stay at the Ramada Inn. It's close to the freeway. They got a great place. You get a good breakfast on the way out of there, pick up your daily supplies at a drive-thru across the way at the CrossCut, and you can fill up with gas there. At the end of the day, the place we like to stop is Grogg's. It is kind of like the Rays Tavern of the northern end of the swell. Well, right now it's time for us to move on to our along the way for this week. I'm going to eat. It looks like the heavens have come down to earth. Welcome back to At Your Leisure. We are on the Jack Donkey bench. I've just got to do this for people that don't like the three-letter words. Anyway, there's a choice. There's always a choice. You can either be out there on the freeway in your car, or you can be out here on the dirt roads with us. Now, in a few minutes, half the group's going to go back to Moab. They're going to do some more riding tomorrow. The other half's going to go up Buckhorn Wash, and we're going to come out in Price. Now, remember, your choices are always there. Your choice right now is to take a look at another place you might go riding. It's our Trail of the Week. This week's Trail of the Week is the Amasa Basin OHV Trail, which is located in Millard County, approximately 51 miles west of Delta, one of my favorite places to ride. To get more information on this or any of the trails that have been completed on the Trail 360 project, visit outsiders.zone. Now, let's take a look at our contest winner. This week's winner was submitted to us on Facebook by Alan and Marilyn Clark. Congratulations, Alan and Marilyn. It looks like you're the lucky winner of a $400 gift certificate from Ryfab. Ryfab offers the best custom metal fabrication for your rig. Visit ryfab.com for more details. Now, let's take a look at next week's show. Next week, Kevin and Gina are back, and this time they are taking off to discover another one of our 50 trails as they join the Tri-State OHV Club to discover the big things in Little Creek. Then, in the heaviest throes of winter, there's always a sanctuary, and our travel destination is not that far away as the AYL crew shows you how to ride to Tokerville Falls. Finally, we're joining the folks from Tracked Out Adventures as they show off an all-women snowmobile ride that lets the ladies of all ages and skill levels learn how to shred in the powder. Well, we've had a great time today, and I want to thank the Lone Peak Four-Wheel Drive Club, because Lone Peak always has the coolest rides, and they're always kind to invite us. So if you want to take this trip, tell you how to get there. From Green River, you head west on I-70 to mile marker 147, and right at the mile marker, there's no exit, but you can see just kind of a little paved edge off the freeway. That's where you go. Just remember, if the gate's open, leave it, well, actually, make sure the gate's shut. But then you get on the other side, you're on your way. Okay, if you're coming from Price, you'll want to come down Highway 10, get off and make your way out to the Buckhorn Wash or Buckhorn Draw, drive down there, and then you hook onto this road. So, as we always say, there's adventure around every bend. You just got to get out there and create your own adventure at your leisure. All right, are there any breakdowns?